Participate in the 545 jackpot and win millions in daily and weekly prizes. The 545 jackpot is brought to you by Centenary Bank, our bank.
Hello and welcome to News Tonight. These are the top stories. At least 15 arrested in connection to the Masaka machete welding incident. Education Ministry warns teachers against purchasing duplicated job certificates. While China criticizes USA for politically manipulating virus origin tracing. And in sports, Uganda cranes to face Kenya's Harambee Stars in World Cup qualifier. Hello once again, I'm Rhoda Ngonzi, on sign language Elizabeth Nakakoni. Now, Uganda police has vowed to pacify Greater Masaka amidst murder rampage which has claimed 26 lives. This commitment comes after security agents arrested 15 prime suspects in connection to machete killings.
It is now 5 weeks since Greater Masaka was invaded by machete wielding gangs whose intention is yet to be known by security agencies.
For now, we don't want to come up with a clear motivation, but they have their unique motives or reasons where they would kill the victims without stealing from them or committing any other offense.
Police, in conjunction with other security agencies, are doing vigilance operations to end the syndicate and the random murders. So far, 15 key suspects are under police custody out of 68 that were arrested before screening.
We have very important clues that are guiding us, that led us to the arrest of these 15. The people who are still holding on to information due to much fear, but want to rally them, please come forth with that information. These are members within your territory who have been recruited in some of these criminal ranks.
Based on the preliminary investigations, police says the murders are being conducted by some residents within communities with a specific sponsor.
There have been suspects who are embedded within the community who could have been recruited. Of course, they have given us very valuable information which shows where some of these 15 were recruited from, the meetings that were held.
Community mobilization is ongoing among community members to enhance vigilance after destroying 2 cells of these machete wielding gangs.
But we were able to dismantle this other cell that was operating in Chimanya and Karonia. But now there is a new cell that is still active, and it is the one that we are focusing our efforts on to ensure that we also dismantle that cell.
Meanwhile, police criminal report for last week indicates an increase in domestic violence cases, 3 cases of suicide, and escalating misuse of firearms by private security agencies.
Identified as Amen Ambrose Marcos, a 35-year former teacher at King's Secondary School, was found hanging on a rope in the kitchen of his former wife called Namilembe Betty, the director of King's Secondary School.
While enforcing anti-COVID-19 regulations, including curfew, police last week arrested 1,365 people, impounding 773 vehicles and 1,954 motorcycles, though some were released after caution and penalties. Abdul Nasir Lubama, UBC News.
Meanwhile, State Minister for Internal Affairs, General David Muhoozi, is in Greater Masaka to assess the situation. It has created fear among locals in the area. As Ivan Kawa reports, another person was murdered in Chazanga, Mpumude in Lwengo district, bringing the number of people brutally killed to 26.
Security chiefs have met in Lwengo district over the brutal murders being conducted in Greater Masaka, where 26 people have been killed by machete-wielding men. 69 suspects have been arrested in connection to the murders.
By this morning, a good number of them were being processed for appearance in court, about 11 or so. So that is as far as suspects are concerned.
The Minister of State for Internal Affairs, General David Muhoozi, believes that the perpetrators are spreading terror among the population.
Their choice of method to push whatever agenda they are pushing is not tenable because it's unpopular. You can't choose to kill Ugandans for whatever reason. It's not justifiable. And that one itself, I think, is good for us in government and for the public because it can turn around against the bad people.
More logistical support and police officers have been deployed to improve on their mobility while patrolling in these areas where these murders are being conducted from.
In response, we brought in even technical means. The canine section has been reinforced, and the other technical aspects which I'm not at liberty to mention here. We've also brought in other specialized teams from forensics to assist in the case build-up.
From the first reported case, the style of killing has been changing from waylaying those who are moving back to their homes to breaking into their houses. But the big question is, how long will it take for the security operatives to ensure that no any other life is lost?
That's why we want to go deep to understand this problem. Why Masaka? Who are the perpetrators?
Ivan Kahwa, UBC News in Masaka City.
And in Mbarara district, the leaders have ordered for the arrest of the district health officer, Peter Sebutinde, and the district health educator, Kamgisha Fred. The duo allegedly inflated the village health team numbers with intent to defraud government.
Ministry of Education and Sports has re-echoed its call for teachers to consider COVID-19 vaccination and avoid duplicating job certificates in order to safeguard their lives and those of their students. Ministry of Education and Sports spokesperson Dr. Dennis Mujemba says they are targeting about 730,000 teaching and non-teaching staff and confirms up-country teachers shall be vaccinated after the distribution of vaccines this week.
Vaccination is not for the sake of the teacher keeping a job, but it is primarily for the safety of the teacher. So anyone who really traps or tempts a teacher to buy a fake COVID-19 vaccination certificate, one, they are doing a disservice to the teacher. Don't engage in buying fake vaccination certificates. It is uncalled for. There is no need for panicking. We are now in the phase of the week when up-country activity is supposed to be gaining momentum, and we hope that by Friday, Saturday, we should have a clear picture of how we are doing with vaccinating teachers up-country.
The ministry has so far distributed homeschooling materials worth 28 billion shillings and expects to get 48.5 billion more to purchase more equipment, including those for special needs students.
These home study materials are not library material. They are supposed to be used by learners in their homes. So can head teachers make arrangements, call parents to come and pick these materials from the schools and take them to the learners at home. We have supplied various types of materials for learners who are blind, learners who have hearing impairments. We have supplied to 122 primary schools in 67 districts around the country.
According to the Education and Sports Ministry publicist, inoculation of teachers up country is yet to begin. Shaidat in Nasaku, UBC News.
and that is teachers being urged to vaccinate and avoid fraudsters who duplicate the COVID-19 jab certificates. However, in Mbarara district, leaders have ordered for the arrest of the district health officer, Peter Sebutinde, and the district health educator, Kamugisha Fred. The duo allegedly inflated the village health team numbers with intent to defraud government. Let's take a look.
Criminal Investigation Department officials attached to Mbarara Central Police Station have arrested Mbarara District Health Officer Peter Sebutinde and the District Health Educator Kamugisha Fred for allegedly inflating the number of village health teams.
We agreed that these people should be investigated. So we called in CID department and police, and they actually investigate the circumstances under which these funds were slashed from 150 to say like 95,000.
In July 2021, government released 142 million shillings from Mbarara district to facilitate village health teams and village task forces in the fight against COVID-19 in 355 villages. The district made supplementary budgets and circulars, and each village was allocated shillings 400,000. The 300,000 was to facilitate 2 village health team members and 100,000 to village task force. It is alleged that the district health officer, Peter Sebutinde, and his colleague generated their own lists.
In some areas like Bovare, even non-VHT members were also included on the list.
Because for them, they claim some other villages have more than 2 VHTs at every village. But for our point, we are saying every village should have only 2 VHTs.
But I can see there was a lot of forgery, with the intent to defraud government.
Reports also indicate that village health team members received 95,000 shillings instead of 150,000.
Instead of the VHT member, each VHT member at the village level was supposed to receive 150,000 because it was 300,000 to facilitate 2 VHTs per village. So, and I got information. I was in Kampala. I had gone to Ministry of Local Government. Then I got calls from the intended beneficiaries telling me how their money has been slashed. Now, like in Bovare, it reduced from 150,000 per each village member to 995,000 shillings.
Ruiz Region Police spokesperson Samson Kasasira confirmed the arrests. District leaders maintain they must investigate this scam to its logical conclusion.
And 9 Ugandans were arrested at Jomo Kenyatta Airport over stamp forgery. The Directorate of Crime Intelligence has confirmed the arrested were being trafficked by one Chimera Rashid, who is on the run.
So many things are embedded in here. So we continuously monitor these activities, and we have to let you know about the trends as they occur.
According to Crime Intelligence Directorate of Police, spokesperson Charles Twine, the government is planning to rescue these Ugandans who were arrested in Kenya over forging Kenyan stamps.
9 Ugandans were arrested at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. 9. And unfortunately, they have been charged with court. These were got and charged with forgery of an endorsement of a Kenyan stamp.
These were being trafficked by the one Gabriel Charles, promising them jobs abroad. The suspect is still on the run.
The unfortunate bit of it, these were Ugandans who were trafficked by somebody called Gabriel Charles. He has a warehouse for people in Chireka.
Similarly, the Immigration Department of the Ministry of Internal Affairs has intercepted trafficking of 8 Burundian nationals who were being trafficked through Uganda.
One of the key trends have been the issue of citizens of Burundi. Burundian nationals are increasingly being, Uganda is being used as a transit route, and especially women trafficked in the pretext of getting them jobs in Saudi Arabia.
The increasing cases of trafficking in persons are blamed on unemployment, greed for wealth, and lack of information, among others. Abdul Nasir Lubama and Insamba Juma for UBC News.
And Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority says it's set to launch a crackdown operation against unlicensed money lenders. These have exploited the COVID-19 pandemic situation to cheat Ugandans of their hard-earned money.
I smile when I think of you, Uganda, my home. My home, I dance when I look at you, Uganda, my home. Oh, my Uganda.
I know with you I'll always stay forever. I know, because I feel that we belong together. My home. On my heart, mommy, oh my Uganda.
Hey mama,
my Uganda.
Oh,
my Uganda.
Oh,
my Uganda. My Uganda. Nikokone. My Uganda. Amari, alemira. My Uganda.
At MTN, we look forward to starting another exciting journey together to grow our home, Uganda.
Keep your eyes on the prize, eyes on the prize, eyes on the dream, eyes on the dream, eyes on the scene, eyes on the scene, eyes on the scheme. You gon' need eyes behind your back to see who's got your back. Who's got your back? As a matter of fact, maybe want your own back. Who you looking at? Who's looking at you? Blinded by love, maybe you need a better view. All eyes on you, all eyes on you. These eyes on you, these eyes on you. World's eyes on you, world's eyes on you. So what you gon' do? So what you gon' do?
Readjust your vision for an all-new season of Big Brother Naija on GoTV. Rated 18, proudly sponsored by Abeg and associate sponsor Patricia.
Echa COVID-19 chijja kugwa only if we stay at home, observe physical distancing, wear masks properly, sanitize or wash our hands with soap and water regularly, or get vaccinated now.
Five times the winning, yeah. 5 times the happiness, yeah. 5 times the luckiness, yeah. 5 for 5, oh yeah. It's 5 for 5. 5 for 5. 5 times the money, yeah. 5 times the shopping, yeah. 5 times the prizes, yeah. 5 for 5, oh yeah. It's 5 for 5. 5 for 5.
Win 100,000 Uganda shillings weekly in the 5 for 5 jackpot. Simply download the Center mobile app. Click Center on the go to open your account online. Transact 5 times or more using Center mobile, Center Visa, and Center agent to stand a chance to win. The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. So, participate in the 5 for 5 jackpot and win millions in daily and weekly prizes. The 5 for 5 jackpot is brought to you by Centenary Bank, our bank. Centenary Bank is regulated by the Bank of Uganda. Customer deposits are protected by the Deposit Protection Fund.
Airtel Uganda has the best and most affordable rates when it comes to withdrawing and sending money. Withdraw money for as low as 330 shillings up to a maximum of 12,500 shillings. Sending money is just as affordable as ever. Absolutely unbeatable. Use Airtel Money on the most affordable network with the largest network of Airtel Money branches in Uganda. Dial *185# to get started. Airtel Money. Simple, secure, borderless.
Welcome back. You are still watching News Tonight. Now in business news, Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority, UMRA, says it's set to launch a crackdown operation against unlicensed money lenders across the country. It is alleged that the illegal money lenders have exploited the COVID-19 pandemic situation to cheat Ugandans of their hard-earned money.
Addressing journalists at Uganda Media Center, the Executive Director of Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority, Mrs. Edith Tusubira, says the authority is concerned over the mushrooming unlicensed money lenders who are taking advantage of the desperate people affected by COVID-19 pandemic to cheat them.
To the attention of the authority that all and some unlicensed institutions are conducting money lending business without licenses, without being supervised, and therefore they are violating. And that is actually in total disregard of the provisions of this Tier 4.
Following this piece of legislation, the authority is now effective to act.
The authority would like to inform the general public, therefore, that Tier 4 Microfinance Institutions Act 2016 is very alive. We want to inform you that we are beginning to crack the whip, and so we are concerned about those mushrooming, so many of those money lenders that are out there doing business in defiance that we are coming. We don't want you to start saying, oh, we are being followed, we are being followed. We will follow you because it is illegal.
Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority is mandated to regulate, license and supervise all Tier 4 microfinance institutions and money lenders, SACCOs, non-deposit taking microfinance institutions and self-help groups.
Let us mark, it does not touch MDIs. It only applies to those who are carrying out microfinance and their institutions. Therefore, they are not deposit taking. So if you don't take savings as a microfinance institutions, you fall under UMRA. And then it also applies to all self-help groups.
So far, the authority has 950 money lending institutions, but only 801 are licensed. UMRA encourages borrowers to transact business with only licensed money lenders to avoid being cheated. Lydia Chomkama, UBC News.
And the State Minister for Kampala and Metropolitan Affairs, Kabuye Chofa, has directed coordinators of Emyooga program in the city to avoid corruption tendencies while overseeing the program. During a meeting at the office of the President, Kabuye underscored the need for unity, cooperation and patriotism during the handling of the program in Kampala.
From all the 5 divisions of Kampala, one by one, coordinators of the Emyooga program presented their status.
Women entrepreneurs, we had targets for 23 circles, 10 have been formed.
Owino Market, they were allocated 9 circles and all of them were registered and they received the funds.
Youth leaders, we had targets for 2 circles and the 2 circles have been formed.
These presentations were in addition to the status shared by the Microfinance Support Center. Both progress and challenges were noted.
The Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives has so far issued a total of 417 registration certificates. However, the registration process is ongoing and we're expecting more circles to get registration certificates.
Listening in silence was State Minister for Kampala and Metropolitan Affairs, Kabuye Chofa, who took notes and then reacted.
We have one option: to either succeed or succeed. And the way we should succeed, we must have all the avenues it takes. Because fishermen normally don't joke. Once you go on the lake, you must reach your destination, regardless of all the turbulences and water waves.
In agreement with the resident city commissioner for Kampala, Kawiye called for cooperation while overseeing this program.
We need to check ourselves. If I see there is no cooperation at all, believe you me, I know where to go. We are supposed to work as a team. The DSOs, work with the DSOs, really. What are you hiding?
Any person, whether an implementer or a beneficiary, that is found guilty of mismanaging the fund shall be brought to book. I therefore urge all stakeholders to play their roles and ensure that the residents of the city receive funds to better their lives.
Emyooga program is a government initiative started in 2020 in Uganda to support low-income earners. Kampala and Wakiso districts were originally allocated 40 billion shillings, with intended beneficiaries including craftsmen, food vendors, and car washers, among others. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Keep your eyes on the prize, eyes on the prize, eyes on the dream, eyes on the dream, eyes on the scene, eyes on the scene, eyes on the scheme. You gon' need eyes behind your back to see who's got your back, who's got your back. As a matter of fact, if you want your own back. Who you looking at? Who's looking at you? Blinded by love, maybe you need a better view. All eyes on you, all eyes on you. These eyes on you, these eyes on you. World's eyes on you, world's eyes on you. So what you gon' do? So what you gon' do?
Readjust your vision for an all-new season of Big Brother Naija on GoTV. Rated 18, proudly sponsored by Abeg and associate sponsor Patricia.
Experience 100% 4G speeds across Uganda with the Airtel 4G Pocket Wi-Fi available at 123,000 shillings only. It comes with a backup battery and 15 GB free for 1 month. Visit the nearest Airtel shop, device selling shop, or Airtel online shop. www.airtel.co.ug/broadband-discover. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Keep your eyes on the prize, eyes on the prize, eyes on the dream, eyes on the dream, eyes on the scene, eyes on the scene, eyes on the scheme. You gon' need eyes behind your back to see who's got your back, who's got your back. As a matter of fact, if you want your own back. Who you looking at? Who's looking at you? Blinded by love, maybe you need a better view. All eyes on you, all eyes on you. These eyes on you, these eyes on you. World's eyes on you, world's eyes on you. So what you gon' do? So what you gon' do?
Readjust your vision for an all-new season of Big Brother Naija on GoTV. Rated 18, proudly sponsored by Abeg and associate sponsor Patricia.
And on Sport Uganda, Cranes has completed preparations for the World Cup qualifier date in Ethiopia and is destined for Kenya to undergo final passes before facing the hosts in a 2022 World Cup qualifier on Thursday. Head coach Michelle Milton has a large cast from which to choose and must be a lucky many because all the players are in good spirits. Uganda is in Group E alongside Rwanda and Mali in a group from which the top team qualifies for the final round of qualifiers.
It's going with Abdu. Ball has gone over. If number 3 stays.
Me as a player, it is winning, you know. I've come all the way from Congo to represent my nation because we need to win. that's the reason as to why the coach gave me the chance to represent my country. If it wasn't that, he knew very well that I'm going to represent my country, and I've come here to make sure that I make my fans, the people all over the country, back there at home, the 40 million people, to be happy, because the most important thing is winning and winning and winning.
Your expectations of working with Mitchell again?
Yeah, working with Mitch again, I'm very happy and honored and pleased because he has called me to represent my country, knowing that maybe I'm going to help him to achieve his dream and the Ugandan dreams and also my dreams as well. So probably he's a good coach and he knows the best for the country.
What is life like in the DRC?
Yeah, life in DRC is not bad at all, because if it was bad, I wouldn't have been there. But through fighting and hard working, it makes me go pushing and pushing, because what we all need is good life and doing well for ourselves and the family.
This is our bank.
Well, with that, let's quickly take a look at the top stories for the night. At least 15 arrested in connection to Masaka machete wielding incidents. Education Ministry warns teachers against purchasing duplicated job certificates. While China criticizes US for politically manipulating virus origin tracing. And in sports, Uganda cranes to face Kenya's Harambee Stars in World Cup qualifier. Well, that does it for now. We do return at 10 o'clock with more details. Elizabeth Nakakonye is our sign language interpreter. I am Rhoda Ngozi. Do stick around.
Getting GoTV was the best decision James has ever made. Finding a good place to watch football was never easy, but it was costly until James discovered something big. Now he can finally enjoy the benefits of homegrown advantage.